I decided to go through the YouTube trending page today. What a fucking disaster of content I found on there. But there's one video in particular I'd like to look at today. Is it real or is it chocolate from the Dobre brothers? I was unfamiliar with who the Dobre brothers were before I saw this video, but now I'll never forget these four kids that look like rejected Backstreet Boys members. And I'm sure you're familiar with the premise of this video. You remember that viral video clip from a Japanese game show where they fished around just biting on objects they thought could be chocolate? Yeah, you remember how entertaining that was? Well, the Dobre brothers took that and then made it the most boring thing imaginable. Let's go ahead and watch this together.
What's up, Dobre Army? Dobre brothers back here for another vlog. Today, we're gonna do something really fun and interesting. Today, we have a very interesting game we're gonna play. Our friend, the cameraman, Steve, went out and bought some crazy random tools.
Oh, holy shit, what the fuck? Stand back. Do you see that crazy assortment of tools? Those are some crazy fucking tools. Jesus Christ, Steve, you really went wild and let loose at the hardware store. These are four kids who have clearly never seen tools in their life. Oh, what the fuck is this? A Grinch? Isn't that a movie? Oh, a wrench. Oh, do you have to use it yourself? What? Do people not have their own personal Jeeves to take care of it for them? Ugh. What is this, used by lower class people? It's gonna contaminate my table. Are you sure, Steve? Well, if you think it'll be good for views, bring it on home, Steve. Bring me that shit.
But some of these tools apparently are not real. Some of them are chocolate. That's right, chocolate.
Did you have to reiterate it and say it twice? It's not exactly hard to believe that they might be made out of chocolate. That's definitely within the realm of possibilities. It's the 21st century. We have that kind of technology.
That's just a little lighter.
I'm gonna say this is chocolate.
Oh!
You hear the doink sound? Oh. Oh, those good sound effects. Steve got him real good. That wasn't chocolate at all. It was a real crazy tool there that he just bit on. What a fucking idiot.
Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, this was real.
Maybe didn't bite. Oh,
wait, the chocolates are kind of hard, so try biting it, Luke.
Are you sure?
I don't think so, man. That's not chocolate.
Nah,
I think I broke my tooth.
Yeah, so this is definitely real.
Gosh. This might actually be a little bit more dangerous than we thought.
No, I mean, it's about as dangerous as a 4-year-old would expect it to be, because it's not really hard to distinguish what would be chocolate and what would be real here. They're gonna weigh completely different. The dude even fucking banged it on his hand and you hear metal against metal. You know, it's really not that fucking hard. But I don't even know why I'm trying to poke holes in the watertight plot of this video. All of them clearly know what's real and fake, and you'll see that as the video progresses. If you don't take my word for it, let the proof be here in the shit pudding.
Lucas, maybe you should go next because you're so hard-headed.
Alright.
How do they come up with it? What a stinker. What a real stinky joke. Is that the best you can do, Dobre brothers? Is that comedy on the Dobre brothers channel? You're so hard-headed you should get hit in the head with a hammer? Knee slapper.
That's chocolate.
I feel like that is chocolate.
Who's that? Who is that? Anyways.
Yes, who is that? Look at that fucking loser out there doing work for money. Pathetic. Working. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Lucas, don't give yourself a concussion.
Yeah,
we need you for our next YouTube video.
It's chocolate, bro.
Maybe lick it.
Oh, it's chocolate.
Take a bite. Mmm.
Alright.
Some nice cacao, chocolate milk.
Oh. Yeah. I got it right. 1 point for Lucas.
Alright.
Well, that was certainly fun to watch. Man, it really is. It's extremely entertaining. For sure.
Marcus?
It looks like chocolate.
Yeah,
this is
it
definitely
does look
chocolate.
like chocolate.
Ow! It wasn't chocolate.
This is pretty
Are you
sharp.
serious?
It wasn't chocolate. Yeah, it was.
I was gonna say.
Fucking pranked. He got you good. He got all of us good. I don't think any of us expected that.
That is real. You didn't have to take a bite out of it.
Yeah,
Don't bite it. It's real.
Oh! It was chocolate.
I have a feeling that was chocolate.
How'd you know?
How did he know that was chocolate? We're gonna have to find out when they break the magician's code and reveal how that trick was done. One of life's greatest mysteries right there we just watched unfold. One that puts the fucking Zodiac Killer mystery to shame. How did he know that shit was chocolate?
Oh, it's real. No, it's real. It's real.
Are you sure?
I see your tooth mark in it.
Oh!
It's not real.
He just missed that. What if it was real? He would have been gone.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
I broke a wrench with my head.
Yo, chocolate.
No!
Ow.
Wait, that one was real. They look pretty similar.
What a fucking savage. He didn't know for sure if it was real or chocolate. He just took a risk of just fucking bashed it on his head and he got real lucky. Just one of those frat douchebags that'll bust a fucking, you know, can of brewskis on their forehead and then just chug it. Man did it with a wrench. And then his brother tried to emulate it, but it was a real wrench and he fucking nearly bludgeoned himself to death with it. You see how hard he was hitting himself in the skull? Fucking denting his noggin in? Just fucking attacking his forehead with the same intensity as a pillow falling on a memory foam mattress.
Which feels pretty heavy. But I mean, they're both pretty hard, so you can see how.
Oh, yeah, they would have both broke if they were both chocolate.
It's science.
Do I have to take a bite?
Yeah.
I think that's real.
Ah!
Yeah, that's definitely not chocolate.
Is my tooth bleeding? Cyrus. Oh, dang. Nah, you're good, Darius.
This is like.
Now, what in tarnation? I think I saw something there. Hold the phone. I don't think he really bit down on that there. Let's go ahead and take that shit to the replay booth upstairs. I'm throwing the challenge flag out on this play. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. It pains me to say this, but upon closer inspection and after sending the footage away to the top laboratories in America, we have conclusive evidence that it's fake. He didn't actually bite the tool. As convincing as his acting after the fact is to sell you on it, he didn't pull it off. You see, he did a very slick move that most people wouldn't catch. The naked eye just can't register it. My eye's not naked. If you look closely, you can see that he slides it away from his teeth right before he clenches down, and he never even fully clenches down either, by the way. It's almost as if he issued this as a direct challenge to me to attempt to debunk it, which I fucking have. All in all, it's a lie, it's a fraud, he's a sham. He's fibbing. He's taking us for fools. He thinks we wouldn't notice, but I noticed.
If you guys would like us to do another one of these videos and get even crazier stuff, comment down below and let us know what you think.
Crazier stuff than those common tools? You got me fucked up. I don't even think that's possible. Where's Steve gonna find something crazier than these tools? Such an item doesn't exist. Unless he finds Excalibur or something, you're not topping these tools. Nuh-uh, not at all. The video ends shortly after, but I mean, what more can be said about some high-quality YouTube trending content, am I right? Some pretty good shit. I can see why it's so popular. So yeah, Fortnite. Drake played it, which means if you play it, you'll be as cool as Drake. I don't need to explain what Fortnite is, because it's more than a game. It's a fucking movement. It's a way of life. Even if you've had your face buried in Comcast's asshole and haven't had access to the internet in the last 8 months, you're still familiar with what Fortnite is. Prisoners probably don't even use cigarettes as currency anymore. They probably use V-Bucks. The game is beyond any game ever made. Now let's take a moment and just take a little bit of silence here to remember that a lot of people died before 2017. Jesus Christ didn't even make it to 2017. Everyone who died before 2017 did not get to experience the joy of Fortnite, and that is incredibly fucking sad. I honestly think we should change our dating system and move from AD and BC to BF before Fortnite and AF after Fortnite. So we're in 2018 AF because we're after Fortnite, logically. Now, I personally like the game. I think it's fun. I play the shit out of it both on and off stream, but the best part about Fortnite isn't the game itself. It's the amazing content we've been blessed with on YouTube. The creative geniuses, the innovators, the visionaries, the masterminds have really been letting their creative juices just ooze out of every pore in their body, and they're producing some of the best content the internet has ever seen, such as posting full uninterrupted matches of Fortnite, 20 plus minutes, almost no commentary, definitely no jokes, and they might even lose the match in the end, but they post it 3 times a day and it's great. And then you have the super savage litty titty men that post like the great clickbait like I ride the meteor, or Epic Games gives me Fortnite 3 early, or like my mom starts flicking her bean because she sees me playing Fortnite, with like a wacky crazy original thumbnail like, because it's just fucking mind-boggling. Like, why would their mom come in and start playing with her clitoris just because they're playing Fortnite in front of her? Like, is that the effect the game has on women? It's nuts. But by far the best content that's come from Fortnite is the 1 kill equals 1 removed piece of clothing, or 1 kill equals 1 second of my girlfriend sucking on my pee-pee. Sometimes they'll call their girlfriend their sister if they want to appeal to the incest enthusiasts. It's actually quite a common trend, and it makes sense because we like to appeal to the incest enthusiasts on YouTube. It's something that we welcome. And I just thought it'd be fun if we just went through and watched some of these 1 kill ones, so that way we can all get a taste at what Fortnite has really blessed us with on YouTube. Here we go. This one seems interesting. 1 kill equals 1 makeout on Fortnite. I love to watch 2 goobers just trade spit. I can't wait for this sloppy makeout.
Right the video, maybe depend on my mood. More bookings and payments and shit, they got huge.
What a beautiful intro. That takes us right back to 2008 montage era shit. This must be his first time with Windows Movie Maker. Come on, god damn it, get a kill. I need this. Please. I need to get off. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm fucking ready.
Get on my game.
He died so fast.
Get on my game.
Stop fucking talking to her and make out with her.
Get on my game. That's
Don't-
31 KO.
don't fucking tease me.
1 second. I need to get loot first.
No loot. Just get to the action.
You ready?
I need to climax. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ooh, give me that.
Please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God bless you, Fortnite. 1 kill equals 1 times Auszeichnung. I don't speak German, I don't know what that means, but I'm excited to see some Auszeichnung.
Jonathan, was genau, willkommen zurück hier auf Fax TV. Für alle, die auf der
What's fucking crazy is I don't even need to understand German to know exactly what he just said right there. It's like douchebag is a universal language. I guarantee it was something about smashing that like button and ringing the bell. Oh, ugh, what is that, clothes that she's wearing? You're gonna make a 2018 Fortnite YouTube video and you bring a girl with clothes on? What is this, fucking amateur hour? Are you fucking kidding me? You're not gonna exploit her for views right away? No, I'm getting to the end here. There's definitely gotta be some tits coming out.
Ich darf nicht gucken, okay, ich darf nicht gucken. Wow, stopp. Nein, Freunde.
No, don't stop. No. Oh, I didn't get my little wiener off in time. I came for some fucking Auszeichnung, and all I get is an ouch blue balls. Ugh, she only got down to sports bra. That's all these Fortnite 1 kill, 1 remove piece of clothing till nude. That's as far as they go. They never show me the boobies, the magic milk tanks. I'm glad that YouTube lifted the ban on clickbait, so that way clickbait's alive and well out here. What the fuck? These kids don't look 18 or older? There's no fucking way this is legal. Are you fucking kidding me? If these kids are 18 or older, I'll eat Tom Brady's jockstrap if he lets me. I don't think Tom Brady would want me eating that, but if he lets me eat it and they're above 18, I'll just gobble that shit down. Let's Google this. This doesn't bode well. The first auto suggestion is Morg's age. I think I'm absolutely right. He's not 18. Yep, fucking called it. 16. I'm just gonna assume his girlfriend is the same age, which means that this video they posted is quite literally, by a lot of definitions, child pornography. I'm not gonna watch it clearly, maybe it's like a big joke video, but are you gonna use child pornography as your fucking clickbait? Man, that's making one fucking statement, and it's a recommended video from YouTube, so that's yikes.
Guys, I gotta run, guys. I gotta...
This perpetually congested, insufferable asshole makes consistently the worst content on the entire site. I've never watched one of his videos from beginning to end, and I don't think I ever will. They're just too fucking awful to sit through. It's no surprise he's hopping on this popular trend, but there's really nothing more that can be said about rice gum that hasn't been said about a shit-filled toilet in a dilapidated gas station. But maybe I'm just a hater who needs to get some clout, as his legion of brain-dead zombie 8-year-olds always say in the comments to anyone that insults their messiah, because they live vicariously through his success. Just a little newsflash, just because he makes a lot of money doesn't mean you do by watching him. It's okay to criticize him.
Battle Royale. Ninja. Hey guys!
Oh, now we're fucking cooking. Losing clothes and ninja gameplay. This girl's gonna be butt-ass naked, super turbo naked with the amount of kills Ninja gets per game. Holy shit. Well, but where's Ninja?
What's up? It's a faf. You guys, Fortnite.
Oh god.
Nah, you win this. Oh, yeah.
Maybe once
you stop fucking lying to me. You said there would be Ninja and removing clothing, but look at how much clothing you're still in, and you didn't even have Ninja there. You just took clothing off watching a Ninja clip. It's the stupidest shit I've seen in a while. Man, that is not only taking the trend, but it's making it even worse and more low effort. At the very least, the other awful fucking YouTubers hopping on this trend had to play the game. She didn't even have to do that. She just started taking some clothes off, minimal amount of clothes off, by watching someone else who has played the game before. That's amazing. Wow, look at this thumbnail. This guy's about to lick some ass crack. Oh my god, he's licking... He just licked cleavage. Oh, this is a wholesome intro. This is kind of like a Full House type of intro type shit, or like a 90s sitcom intro. This is so cool. But start licking some ass, please.
Okay, you ready?
You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I got a good lick in. Oh wait, so that's 2 things you gotta remove now. I got 2 kills.
No.
At first I thought that bucket he was handing her was for her to puke in, which would have been very considerate, but it's not, spoiler alert. At first I honestly didn't think he was gonna lick ass cheeks, because usually a thumbnail like that, it's not in the video, it's just to draw some prepubescent kids in that are trying to jerk off. But he actually straight licked some cheeks. Hats off to him, that wasn't clickbait. Horrible content nonetheless, but it wasn't clickbait. He straight licked some cheeks. Fuck yeah. Good for him. But yeah, I hope you've had your eyes open to all the beautiful gifts Fortnite has bestowed upon the internet community. And I think I speak for all of us when I say, thank you, Fortnite. And Musical.ly is a platform where you lip sync to popular songs and act like a big douchebag in an attempt to sexually seduce children. In the 90s, the warning parents gave children was, hey, don't accept candy from strangers in a van. In 2018, the warning is, hey, don't go on Musical.ly. If you're above the age of 13 and using Musical.ly, you're either a pedophile or going through a very severe insecurity crisis. Now let's go ahead and look at some popular Musical.ly going on right now to a popular song. I don't know the song or anything, but I've seen the Musical.ly now, so let's go ahead and watch that together. I bet you weren't expecting that transformation. He went from a dweeb to a bad boy, a pussy slang magnet, from a dork to a bad boy, a gnarly man who's annihilating vaginis now. Be careful who you call ugly in middle school, because they might just turn out to be a sex offender on Musical.ly. When you're on Musical.ly, you just gotta get used to seeing a lot of tongues coming out from some very creepy looking men. I also like how Dr. Frankenstein also got in on the trend here with this one. He's reading directions for the fucking necromancy spell he's about to practice. So why do good girls fall in love with me? Real love song. I've been a bad boy and it's plain to see. I've been a bad boy and it's plain to see. Bad boy and it's plain to see. Bad boy and it's plain to see. It's plain to see. So I've been a bad boy and it's plain. This is a lot of bad boys we're seeing right now. It's like we're all having a That's So Raven flash to the future, but our future, all we see are the baddest boys. The amount of sleeveless leather jackets in these Musical.ly videos is absurd. It would make a biker gang jealous as fuck. Or maybe they'd ejaculate in envy of all the leather and shit. But the point I'm making is this really what being a bad boy looks like in 2018? Because if so, thank God. These are some cool fucking men right here. Musical.ly has shown me that I should be embarrassed for having tattoos. I honestly think Musical.ly is gonna make tattoos go extinct, drive that entire fucking market out of business, because they make it so embarrassing. They make tattoos look like the cringiest shit in the world. I've been a bad boy, and it's plain to see. I'm not weird, but let me see you pee. And then there's like that army guy, I don't know what he was doing there. I've been a bad boy. And then he swipes and he's in his army getup. That's the kind of shit that gets you kicked out of the army, I imagine, like fucking getting expelled like a misbehaving toddler. Gotta keep this shit on the down low here, Sergeant. Anyway, I mean, Musical.ly's pretty fucking cool. I'll keep watching, because I'm hooked now. With all these bad boys on the platform, how could I not want to watch more? That's it. See ya. Shitting on Fortnite content isn't brave. It's the lowest hanging fruit on the internet. The content is fucking abominable, and we all know this. You have those incredible trends, such as 1 kill equals 1 centimeter of my girlfriend's areola that I'll show on camera. Doing Fortnite dances in real life while nude. Subscribe to my channel for a Ghoul Trooper skin, 10,000 V-Bucks, and a personal rim job from my mouth to your asshole. And then you've got conspiracy theory videos like, is Area 51 actually just a cover for the Fortnite cube? Just absolute shit is what I'm getting at. So me shitting on it doesn't make me a hero. But I'm gonna shit on it some more. Atop the Mount Olympus of suck-fucking Fortnite content, there stands one champion. His name's Exility. It's all just clickbait nonsense like, Fortnite will fuck your wife while you're asleep, and here's how. Oh, and then the follow-up video, Ninja will fuck Fortnite's wife while Fortnite is asleep, and here's the evidence. And it's all just clickbait bullshit that's all padded for 10 to 20 minutes longer than it should ever possibly need to be. This is from one of his newer videos. Fortnite's gonna be offline for a while.
The East Coast is in a declared state of emergency because of Hurricane Florence, which is on a fast track to North Carolina and headed directly for Epic Games offices. If Epic Games doesn't do a good job preparing for this catastrophe, Fortnite servers could go offline for months.
He makes it sound like Hurricane Florence was targeting Epic Games, like God himself created Hurricane Florence to demolish Epic Games and steal all of our V-Bucks. It's amazing. He spends this entire video under the premise that Epic Games is going to be destroyed. It's going to be a pile of rubble and ash, and every employee is going to be fucking destroyed and sent straight to hell because of Hurricane Florence. He treats it like it's Voldemort. And then he has the audacity to pad this video over 10 minutes to talk about every single previous hurricane that's ever hit the United States. It's fucking horrible. It's the worst history lesson I've ever heard in my life. It's 3 a.m. and I've been watching Exility videos for the last hour. Probably gonna have a fucking dream of Exility clickbait. How Charlie woke up 6 inches taller, and then I'll wake up and I'm not 6 inches taller, I'm still 5'6". Anyway, I'm gonna finish this video in the morning. It's not a Fortnite YouTube video without an obnoxious, shitty intro. And Exility's intro is like if Allier's intro fucked a children's electric xylophone.
If flooding like this occurs in Carolinas, Epic Games and Fortnite are going to be out of commission for a while. On top of the flooding and the storm surge, there's also extremely high winds.
Yeah, no shit, Chief Meteorologist Exility. If Hurricane Katrina flooding happened in North Carolina, I'm sure the office would get a little soggy. It's a statement you can make about anything. You could show a video of an intense thunderstorm and say, but what if this happened in North Carolina right over Epic Games headquarters? What if a lightning bolt struck Epic Games, caused the entire facility to explode, killing every single worker there? There would be no more Fortnite, and this could happen, here's why. It's just fucking fear-mongering to make children afraid and click on his video because they think their beloved Fortnite's about to go offline for a few minutes, which didn't even happen. I mean, Hurricane Florence didn't destroy the USA, it's not underwater now. USA and East Coast hasn't become Atlantis. It was just a blatant fear-mongering to capitalize off the hysteria from the latest hurricane, and it's a shitty research video here. It's like a children's book report that is just padded for word count. If someone submitted this to me and I was the teacher, I'd give this a D. I wouldn't give it an F because they clearly put a little work in here in terms of editing, but other than that, there's just no substance here.
TSM Myth was one of the most viral Fortnite creators on YouTube and Twitch. However, over the last couple months, his YouTube views have dropped dramatically. His streams aren't performing as well, and he's unknowingly been killing his YouTube channel and career overall.
It was actually this video right here that convinced me that Exility is just a big old pile of filthy dog shit, because this is just so clearly baiting a bunch of people into clicking on it because they read that and go, hey, wait, TSM Myth hasn't lost his career, he's still extremely popular, what is this guy talking about? What was that one simple mistake? Then you watch this entire 17-minute insufferable video with this man's screeching, nasally voice, and he has nothing to say about how he lost his career. He keeps hyping it up like, he made one simple mistake. Oh, and we'll get there. Don't worry. It'll be towards the middle of the video. You get to the middle of the video? Oh, we're almost there, guys. We're just getting to chapter 3 here, act 4 of this play that I'm creating, and milking as much YouTube dollars as I can out of watch time, but trust me, it's coming. And then, you know, you get to the end, and it's not there. This video is basically like one of those virus ads on a porn website. Click here to find the one simple trick that scientists don't want you to know about getting a bigger dick. That's what this video is. He shows one clip where he's like, this is the one, this is what cost Myth his career, and it's a clip where he falls off a cliff once, and then he's like, yeah, but this didn't really cost him his career. So the video said, this is how Myth cost himself his career, this is how he lost his entire fucking career, this is why he's homeless, this is why the mafia wants to kill him. You go through the whole video, and at the end he's like, yeah, well, obviously Myth hasn't lost his career, he's still extremely popular, but I mean, what if? What a convincing argument, bulletproof, watertight. What if Exility held the dirtiest part of my butthole? At least with that guy who became the meme for the Burger King ass pickles or whatever it was, he had like a cool voice and way of talking. Foot lettuce, that's what it was. At least he had a cool way of talking. There's nothing cool about this guy. There's nothing that draws anyone in here, except maybe his uber epic gaming challenges that he issues to his viewers in the middle of his videos, putting them to a dead stop to do this fucking stupid challenge to try and game the system and get more likes out of it. Let's check the one that he threw onto this Myth video.
did. The next thing we're going to talk about is the fatal mistake he made after his decline began, and a specific clip that was very instrumental in his downfall. But real quick, I've got a challenge for you guys, and you only have 5 seconds to accomplish it. Drop a like and subscribe, and if you're able to accomplish this in the next 5 seconds, then you will have 5 years of incredible luck. Just the luckiest things will start happening to you, so just trust me, try it. It really works, and let's get back into the video.
Hey, what's up, fam? Let's get those swag likes on this video and smash that subscribe button with bell notifications annihilated on, and you'll receive 10 years of pussy. Yahoo! This dude's fucking channel banner is begging people to turn notifications on and subscribe. And another big pet peeve, every single video he uploads, he hashtags Exility, hashtag Exility, as if a single child that subscribed to him is subscribed to him because they support him. They just like all the people he clickbaits. He's a brand new channel, it seems like, for the most part, in terms of content, but he's got the system figured out. If you want to really explode on YouTube right now, you take the most popular internet people and you make up some bullshit about them, or you do some cheeky bullshit where you count their donations, and that's how you do it. He's playing the game well, and he's not the worst Fortnite content producer there on the site. There's definitely worse ones and more insidious ones, but this one's just such a frustrating one for me personally, because I think this is just the laziest and shittiest content there is. At least when you're doing like strip challenges in Fortnite, you gotta actually strip, and there's something to that. Whereas here he's just leeching off of actually, you know, talented people and people that others want to support, which is why they're clicking on these videos, because they're trying to learn about the person that they like. No, I'm sure everyone that watches Exility's videos don't even know they're watching an Exility video, because they don't give a fuck. They just want to hear about the content, that they want to hear about the producer that he's talking about. But yeah, I mean, this is just some more shitty Fortnite content that I thought I'd talk about. So yeah.
I just said thank you 50,000 times. Don't believe me? Why don't you play that back at 0.00001 speed? Thank you truly though for 50k subs. It's pretty awesome.
That's big. Congrats, Gunner.
Against the entire population of Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Gunner's
they had that
killing
one
it.
But content houses, the lucrative business model of the 21st century that promises aspiring teenage influencers fame success with just one trade-off. You have to live in a giant fucking mansion and make TikToks. At least that's what it looks like on the surface. Silly spoiled children and your silly spoiled dreams. However, this shady business goes deeper than one might expect, with the same industry players causing problems time and time again for everyone involved, often ending in a house's ultimate demise. Today we're answering the question, why do all content houses fail? Or at least most of them. I wasn't going to get your attention by titling the video, why do 98% of content houses
fail? They all
fail,
though. I can't think of any that
back off. Just not off the video. Keep watching.
The world of social media.
I'm going to speculate before Gunner gives us this scientific explanation. I think the reason the content houses fail is because the influencers living there eventually just get tired of being around each other and move out, and it fizzles out. A slow bleed. The Sidemen survived? Yeah, true. Okay, fair. But that's more of like a content group, not just like a central content house, I would argue. I'd say Sidemen transcend just a house. Same with OTK. Again, OTK is more than just a house. They are like a full group. Like, I wouldn't ever say those are content houses. They're just content teams. When I think of content house, I think of like Hype House, Team... Was it Team 7? Or was that the group that made Worms? What was Jake Paul's group called? Team what? Team what? Team 10. Yeah. Team 10. Cloud House. What was that really fucking stinky TikTok one that wasn't the Hype House? It was the other one. That was like the Bryce Hall group or some shit. What were they? They had like a whole reality show. Sway? Was it Sway House? I don't remember. But yeah, I think the reason all that shit fails is just egos clashing and they eventually just get tired of being around each other.
Say I'm an asshole. Basically are saying take it until, you know, a tragedy happens, which is going to happen here.
Well, that guy was wrong. Still no tragedies. Except for the fact that they still exist, I guess.
A little trailer action? I've never done that one before. I'm personally fired up. And me right now, I haven't even made the video yet. I hope future Gunner delivers on that shit. Fucking trying, man. The idea of content houses is nothing new. Just look at Team 10, Hype House, Sway House, Clubhouse. The Sway House, unfortunately, launched and still tries to sell Sway pre-workout products as if the house is still running. Boys, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think people are going to buy from a brand that's based on you guys living together when you guys don't live together. Also, your fan base are little girls.
They're definitely still buying.
Energy bars, sheesh. With that said, let's meet Tyler Pauly. Tyler, thank you for coming today. It's an honor to have you. Oh my God, who put that there? How did that? I'm so sorry.
I don't see anyone else here.
I definitely it wasn't me. That's really embarrassing. I hope we can get...
Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed.
He looks like Machine Gun Kelly.
We'll move forward.
But like,
a bump in the road.
You were one of the founding members.
You know, the parties, the trash, the neighbors. I left before that. Way before that.
Also, real quick, question in the chat.
I
noticed this tattoo on a bunch of dudes these days. I actually think it's a pretty cool tattoo, but what does it mean? Why do so many dudes get this forearm tattoo that's just like a dark tree? What is it? Where did that come from? I first started noticing it like 5 years ago, and it's still getting just more and more popular. Cock veins, I guess? Veiny cock. Cock vein. Well, like, so it started because of cock veins? That's how it got popular? I mean, I know it's a tree and shit. Like, I'm not confused at what I'm looking at. I'm just wondering, like, why, who made it popular? But it does look fine. Like, I actually think it's a cool design. I was just wondering.
My household raised me differently from others' households. So it's like, it's a huge equation for disaster. Because it's just a bunch of us young, reckless kids living in a nice house, doing all this cool shit.
You made it to LA,
pretty
kid.
cool.
This is your moment. It's time to shine. Let's ruin the neighbor's day.
Jeff and his wife live directly next door and say night and day they're dealing with large gatherings, loud pool parties, and non-permitted film shoots. Cars constantly speed up and down outside their home, and their Nest Cam captures the parties spilling into the street, partygoers drinking, getting intimate, and even defecating.
The girl who squats in the street starts to pee, so that's always good.
Well, that's not defecating, that's urinating. What kind of fucking clickbait is this? The news lady said defecating. That means fucking shitting, not tinkling. I hate false advertising. Unbelievable. Amber Heard showed up. True. Dropped a little Amber turd.
I used to
literally 7:38 in the morning.
This could have all been avoided if they just invited that guy. Seems like he wanted to go.
Morning, she finds used condoms outside her house.
Okay, even my empathetic party self is feeling pretty bad for the neighbors at this point. 9 consecutive nights of partying, even people that went to both weekends of Coachella are wincing at that. But once again, you
that's a lot. That's like biblical. Like 40 days, 40 nights of rain.
Collaborative TikToks and videos as possible. So it only makes sense that the new...
I got bit by rats from their place and had to go home early to Seattle because I was gonna get rat bite fever.
Of course, the house tried to deny these claims for PR's sake, but it didn't help when one Drip Crib member uploaded a TikTok with a dead rat visible in the pool behind it.
When we visited the house, one of the young men seen in the videos came out at one point.
Hey, stunt
when
rat.
asked about the parties, said there had been none, and that, quote, we're just kids.
And I think that statement kind of says it all. They're just kids. They're really, really stupid, them. And then you also have the influencers and the content house manager that represents them. For the Hype House, this is Thomas Petro. For the Clubhouse, this was Daisy Keach. And for the Drip Crib, this was a guy named Devian Young. The sole biggest thing that can bring down a content house is having the wrong person in this position. And oh boy, is Devian Young a case study on being a bad pick.
We have a whole bunch of Karens and racist neighbors. They have threatened us with violence, which is on, you know, online. The videos are out there. They threatened.
Can I see one?
Racist comments. They verbally assaulted us and they physically assaulted us. They've even sprayed water from a water hose at us. So you guys need to do your homework before you guys believe stuff that random people say on the internet.
Right, okay, so interesting strategy here.
Take his word for it. A random person on the internet.
Flip it and blame the neighbors for being mad at you about the continuous parties and actually claim that they physically assaulted you. You know how I can tell he's lying and his neighbors didn't actually assault him is that, remember, this is what they looked like. They're all over 70. If grandpa and grandma here were to attack you, you could end their life with a single karate chop. They even...
You don't know that. Hold on a second. Let's not be selling Jeff Oken short here. That guy looks like he's seen the birth of the universe. This guy's been around the block. That man could throw some lunchbox hands, no doubt in my goddamn mind. He actually reminds me of my neighbor back when I was a kid. When I was a child, my parents had these neighbors that were fucking crazy. They always dressed in pure white, and they'd go outside in like a white mask and everything to get their mail in the mailbox, and they would only ever leave their house via taxi in the early mornings and come back at the late nights. But it was fucking cool. They looked pretty much like that guy. So that's pretty... It might even be this guy. So that's pretty nostalgic. KKK. No, it wasn't like white hoods. Like, when I say mask, I mean like a half mask. Like what people wore, like still wear out in public. That's what they would wear over their face. Like for dust or something. Because they'd sweep their driveway really often. Yeah, they're fucking wild. That's a cult. It might have been part of a cult, I couldn't tell you, but it looked pretty much just like that.
Sometimes they spray us with water.
Oh, okay. So they hosed you down with the nozzle set to light sun shower drizzle mode. Not exactly the high pressure crowd control hose I was envisioning, but okay. But yeah, no,
it's
just
pretty
call
much
them
the same,
racist
to be
and
honest.
don't show any video proof, but say the videos are definitely out there somewhere online. You know, you can do the research, you can find it. Despite Jeff here seeming quite reasonable.
And we're for them. We want them to get sponsors and make gazillions of dollars, but we're not for them doing it at everybody's expense.
So who is Devion?
What a nice
What's his
guy.
background and age? Outside of that, from what Tyler tells me, Devion was a management nightmare for the house from the very beginning.
You had mentioned before that the house was supposed to be ready at a certain date, and it just wasn't, right?
Yeah, so he was like, you need to be here by this date for the house. Me and my best friend drove in a Honda Civic, like a two-door Honda Civic with a 5x8 U-Haul behind us with both of our bedrooms packed into it. Across the country, last minute notice to make this happen, to be there by this date. We get there and he's like, yeah, the house isn't gonna be ready for like another month. So he slaps us in Studio City, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 5 of us in there. And then we all shared this bathroom for an entire month.
It's never a great sign to be having major house.
And it basically stated like, you're gonna pay $2K a month to be a part of this house, and that covers your rent. And within all of that, it's gonna cover PR services, it's gonna cover
what?
Brand deals. Like, it was just supposed to be like an all-inclusive payment for
What do you need as a TikToker for a PR service? On TikTok, you don't even have to like apologize. You just keep posting shit and people will just forget. That's like the least important position imaginable, I think. Damn, these guys just got hosed. Devion was squeezing them.
Your big butt hurt.
Hear that out loud again. They all already spent $2,000 on the assumption that they were going to be getting their own rooms just to show up, have Devion take the master suite, and put the rest of them in shared rooms and closets. This is a good first example of how managers try to lock influencers into contracts with no promise of delivery.
What was the delivery on the brand deals?
Nothing.
Hey, so you weren't happy? What?
I didn't make $1 from him.
Man, what the fuck?
$8 grand or
Why are you
so
upset?
that I sent to him for rent, down the drain. I kind of cracked down on Devion and I had a conversation with him and I was like, yo, like if you can't do a simple like task of bringing me a couple $100s worth of a brand deal in this month, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to pay you rent for next month. And he literally looks at me, eye contact, he's like, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, all right.
So put yourself in Tyler's Gucci flip-flops for a second. You rushed out to LA just to share a...
Damn. So people will literally just give money to a complete stranger like that under the pretense that they're gonna get clout? Because Devion doesn't even have like a strong following based on the pictures Gunner pulled up. Man just like said, hey, give me $2 grand a month and I'll bring you fucking Heelys, laser beams from your eyes, and you'll work with Coca-Cola. And then he just buys a mansion with it to live in for himself. Kids do. Yeah, I guess that's just like the TikTok crowd. So he was getting $2 grand a month from all 5 of them. That's not pennies.
Tyler firmly believes that Devion put the whole house together in the first place to have them help promote his music career and other
Did it work?
endeavors, and not so much caring about the brand deals. Which, by the way, is totally okay. Just don't make them all sign contracts promising to be anything more than a roommate that just happens to be responsible for collecting rent. However,
let's see. Did that strategy work? So he got some money, but did he suckle from the coveted titty of clout? What was his name? Big Mansion album release party in LA. Swipe for more info. Just dropped my debut major EP prelude to my album. It's got 100,000 streams in 12 hours. Link in the bio. Okay. I'm assuming it's on like his website, iamdevion.com. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we'll go to iamdevion. His biggest song has 500k streams. That's pretty good. It's Ice Gang. So the scamming, I guess, helped? I don't know, man. He has 8,000 monthly listeners. That's pretty good. I guess. He scammed a bunch of young TikTokers and got 8,000 listeners. Play it? No, I don't want to play it. This is the kind of guy that would absolutely try and get, like, DMCA out here.
Now, a talent agency is the head honcho. They basically manage the connections between the influencers and the brands they work with. Basically what Devion said he was going to do for the Drip Crib members. Typically, they work on an individual level with a client, but these content houses were an opportunity that simply couldn't be ignored. What if I could get all of these idiots signed underneath my agency collectively? This idea brought many new opportunistic faces to the table. Take Amir Ben Yohanan, for instance, the 48-year-old man who owned the media group behind the Clubhouse, whose apparently only known picture on the internet is this photo. The fuck? To quote Amir, you thought of TikTok as kids messing around and looked down on it. But
how did he secure all of those big
TikTokers were with the world? He decided he wanted to cash in on what he saw
come
as
sign
a
with
modern
me.
day gold rush.
Swear to God,
He
I'm
would
not
later
Dan
have allegations made against one member claimed in response to telling him that they felt overworked. He said, "You guys are probably on your period," which is so bad. Imagine you send your 15-year-old daughter out to LA to make it big, and suddenly she's being yelled at by a 48-year-old man named Amir Ben Yohanan. Again, only picture of him that exists on the internet for not making enough content. And actually, her being upset is because she has a vagina. Look, honey, we got a schedule to stay on top of, okay? You're not overworked or overstressed. You're probably just on your menstrual cycle.
Thanks, Recep Aman.
But the content cycle stops for nobody. Now make me some goddamn TikToks. I want to start a new internet trend called the Amir Challenge, where if you unjustly upset a woman this week, I want you to look her into the eyes and say, did I really do something wrong, or is it just that time of the month again? And it should, I think, go over really well for you every time, I think. Now, while
probably a pretty effective
is
strategy,
typically
honestly.
in the business of Brittany Broski, who went
Thank
mega
you,
viral
Botez
for her
sisters.
kombucha tasting TikTok, was approached by
super
Ari,
sweet. I appreciate
allegedly
that.
DMing her, "Have you made any money?" I'll translate to malicious talent agency language. That means, how much of that shit can I take? Brittany ended up signing a contract with Ariana, and 9 months later realized that she wasn't getting paid from any of her brand deals. She would go on to say that Ari was withholding some $23,000 in fees, and that she was even squatting on her domain, BrittanyBroski.com.
What a good
one
name.
of the housemates.
Virtual squatting. Yeah, they're it's a very common thing. People snatch up domains just so that way, like, when a company or business might need it, they have to pay that person for it. So it's been around since the beginning of the .coms. I guess I give some paleo. Someone squatted on the Moist Esports Twitter not long ago, if you guys remember that, and then tried to get a lot of money out of me for it, but I just didn't care enough, so I just said I'll just make a different one. And then he eventually just said, fuck, fine, sorry, I just wanted money. I'm a college student. I was like, that's fine, bro, here's $100. So now we have the official Moist Esports one.
When the house ended, the girls did this to the walls on their way out, which...
Let me take a peek. Oh, that definitely violates their NDA. That was probably like rule number 1 of the NDA. You can't say anything mean about Ari. Come on now. And who is this? That's not Ari. She doesn't look like that. Grow up.
Now, Ariana Jacob blames this article for the fall of her business and losing all 85 of her clients. She denies damn near every claim made in the article, going as far as to sue the New York Times for $6.2 million.
Damn, she sounds miserable.
Lawsuit. Your Honor, people are only upset at me because I'm a visionary. And they're probably all in their periods anyway. Amir chimed in. Ariana Jacob's Instagram bio now reads, kindness and empathy are #1. Cancel culture sucks? Rise above it. Ariana, you lost all 85 of your clients. Do you think maybe the problem might be internal? That no one stuck with you or spoke up against this article's publication? But no, just ignore that. Maybe Tucker Carlson can help you win that fight against those liberal cucks at the New York Times while you figure that one out.
She did have a lot of kindness to distribute.
So why do all content houses fail? Well, it simply comes down to poor picks of management at the house and agency level. Look, I contemplated putting a big section together with my prescriptions on the different content house models and how a manager could optimally put a house together, making it proper.
Real quick, is Tucker Carlson the guy that just made that video about dudes' testicles being tanned, making you more of a man? But it just ended up basically being porn? It is? That was him? Nice. That was fake? Was it fake? I don't know a whole lot about it. It may very well have been fake. But I saw like the trailer for it. They just had like a bunch of naked dudes tanning their nuts. There was one where I'm pretty sure the guy's legs were like over his head with his nuts towards the sun or something. It was crazy. It was real? I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about it. I just saw the like little clips.
here's Tyler's advice on if you're looking to join a startup house.
If you get the opportunity, personally, this opportunity put me in a position to where I'm at now that I'm like very grateful for. So like, you know, don't be afraid to take the risk, but at the same time, know what you're getting yourself into, know who you're working with, realistically.
Well, Tyler, it was great to have you. Thanks for coming on, really appreciate it. I do have one more thing for you. I need you to sign this NDA. It's just your standard NDA.
What? There's nothing crazy?
Just, you know, that we can use your image and likeness.
Thanks
You can never talk shit about me legally.
Okay.
That a man named Esteban from Mexico City can also legally snap your kneecaps if you say my name even once. Sign right there. Yep, great. That's perfect.
Hollywood, baby.
No, we'll just photocopy it.
It looks like a pretty hefty NDA. I mean, I don't really have time to look through this shit anyways.
No, yeah, of course. Influencers don't.
Huge shout out to Tyler Pauly for helping out with this video.
That was nice of him to do that, though, for sure.
That he didn't have to, so please go show him some support at Tyler Pauly on Instagram. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Once again, for the full, much longer interview with Tyler, it'll be posted to my Patreon for all member tiers to watch. At the time of this video's release, if it's not up now, it will be very shortly. Subscribe and follow me at Gunner Klein on Instagram to apply to join my content house called The Gunner House. And no, I'm not open to changing the name.
Another banger. Good shit, Gunner. Reddit's darkest corners. Let's ride.
Very quick.
Thanks,
The first
Carney
announcement is
in blood.
600,000 subscribers. The last video,
This channel's
I was freaking
popping
out about
off.
500,000. Thank you to all the newcomers that are coming from Critical's channel. First of all, Charlie, thank you so much. I know I told you thank you in DMs, and by the way, guys, the fact that I talked, that I spoke to
He's such a
Critical,
sweetheart.
literally a dream come true. I sound
Unironically,
like
he's
a
such a
broken record,
sweetheart.
but I feel like let's just go even deeper than the surface. This video will be a little
You
bit
don't
different,
want to
but I
go
asked you
deeper
guys
than the
over on my
surface on
community tab
Reddit.
to help me out. r/Jizzy cards.
Jizzy cards.
37 members. Oh boy, we're starting off strong with this one. Okay, r/Jizzy cards. If you had to take a guess of what that even meant, go ahead, take a guess.
Alright, I bet I can nail this. I would imagine it's people doing cum tributes on old video game cartridges. I would say it's people that like, I love Ocarina of Time so much, here's the N64 cartridge. Just fucking blast it. That would be my guess.
Certain you wouldn't have guessed men ejaculating onto video game cartridges and
But I did. I fucking did.
discs. For fun. Yeah.
Yep,
pretty
but I
much.
did.
There's only-
I know these communities so fucking well. I've never heard of Jizzy carts. I know this shit so well. Because there's other communities like this. Like I mentioned cum tributes. This is huge for like figurines. It's like U2's. U2's has their own cum tribute community where people will get U2's of their favorite YouTuber or whatever and they'll literally just cum on it. They'll put it in jars and shit. Yeah, it's huge. It's fucking huge. So I knew right away Jizzy carts had to be video game related. I bet most people go to like shopping carts or something of cum, but I fucking knew exactly where this was gonna go.
The main user posting these images go
Oh, I want to read the request. What did he want? If it wasn't Donkey Kong 64, they fucked up. That's a cool cartridge. Oh, better yet, Majora's Mask. That had the holographic. Good to see a rareware game being humiliated like this. I would shoot a load on Conker's Bad Fur Day, but I'm low on money at the moment. It costs nothing to ejaculate. Unless you have to put like a quarter in like a jar at your house like for every time you sin. I don't know what you mean. I guess like he has to buy the game.
User snapped fingers. This story begins with the user claiming that they can see things that aren't actually there, like paranormal things, and that they were told by experts on Discord that they have to make a sacrifice.
Experts on Discord, huh?
In order for the interdimensional beings to leave them alone. Discord experts? Like...
That's what I said.
The things they describe.
That's definitely a red flag.
Dark figures, that of Worthless 319, which we already covered on the channel. So make sure to watch that after this video. Eventually,
Wordless 319 was the video we watched. It's about the Redditor who claimed he blew his cock off to save the world with a gun. I'm pretty sure it was all a hoax. I looked into it further after the stream. I'm almost 100% sure that was all just a big like ooh, so edgy kind of thing. The pictures weren't even of like a dick that had been shot by a gun. It was just more of like a really deformed, weird wiener. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, that was definitely not like a real thing. But the penectomy shit is real. There are people that do actually cut their cocks and all of that, but it wasn't that Redditor doing it.
Actually, Snapped Fingers questions the reality of there being a hell portal in the Paris catacombs and explains that they're booking a flight to put an end to this. Thus, the former limestone mines
Someone got
of
lost in the Paris
became a space
catacombs and
referred to
died.
as the catacombs. So yeah, it's a
I think
very
there's like a
creepy
YouTube
place
video
which you
about
can
it.
actually go visit some of it. I used to run track back when I was in junior high school. I can likely outrun any possessed people. I am excited to finally close this chapter of my life and shut that blasted portal off for good. Now, personally, I do think this person was suffering from schizophrenia. Or, I could be completely wrong. This could be someone just looking for attention. The thing with these Redditor stories...
Most likely attention when on Reddit.
Don't r/coming on figurines.
35. That's what I was just fucking talking about. This is where they'll do like U2s... Marvel figurines, all kinds of shit. I was just talking about that. Yeah, this one's kind of popular. They go kind of wild. All right.
/cum tagging, 2,000 members. So yeah, this one's just the guys splurging on objects. Men splurging on objects. I mean, that's it. There's nothing more to explain to that. We have public trash cans, airport toilet paper holders, campus bathrooms.
I actually...
Yeah.
So, I don't know about cum tagging, but I do know... There was a... I don't want to give too much away about the guy. I've talked about it before. We've talked about it before on the podcast. We used to have this thing where we talk to people from the Patreon podcast. And one of the people that was a regular is a U.S. soldier. And he was on a submarine. He was one of the nuclear subs. So in between his tours, he'd come on to the hangout with us. And he'd always tell us this story, like the stories about like the people on the subs to pass time will literally just like come on things in the sub. I don't know how real that is or if it was just like his degenerate crew or whatever, but it's apparently like super common, at least on that vessel, because he would talk about it like pretty much every time he came back. Do we have any other like submarine boys in here that can confirm or deny? What episode? No, it was like just hangouts where we just talked to people. It was a while ago. We haven't done that in a couple of years now. I heard living on those is fucking horrible. Oh, it sounds absolutely miserable. Yeah, it sounds true. I can't imagine a worse career than being on a submarine. You can't leave it. You're confined to such tight space, and apparently all your friends are just ejaculating on everything. Sounds terrible.
I found a lot of subreddits that are now archived. They don't exist anymore, right? But we have r/beating women. We have r/r-wording women.
Jesus Christ.
I hate women. We have r/just r-word. I'm not gonna go through what... I mean, you guys can imagine.
Yeah, I can pretty much take a guess.
Look at the suggestions.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this? There's a thing on Reddit where like almost every sub has the same moderators. I wonder if they were mods on here. I imagine at least one or two of them were. There's only like 100 mods on all of Reddit, and they happen to mod every other subreddit on that fucking site. Like there's some mods that are literally a power mod of 100 other different subreddits. Was that first one Tub Girl? I didn't read it.
Gone wild. 1.2 thousand members. We fuck shit up. This community is for the dedicated sink pissers who want to take their game to the next level.
Fuck yeah, finally.
2019. This is a subreddit dedicated to people peeing in sinks.
Finally, my kind of people.
Is pointless at this point. We're
my
talking
brethren.
about Reddit. And I'm sure some of them are gonna watch this. My videos get very popular now, and if I'm offending any of you, I'm sorry. I don't want any of you to fucking pull up to my house and start peeing in my sink.
True, you don't want to fuck with the sink
pissers. It's not like I have a piss kink or anything. I don't. I mean, imagine going to a friend's house and then thinking, oh boy, I can't wait to take a piss in their sink and record it for
I'm sure everyone's pissed in a sink at least once in their life. Like, let's not mince words.
Make sure to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe.
We've all been 2 or 3 Bud Lights deep, 19 years old, and
an extremely sad story.
It's a little wacky.
Last word. r/jailbait. The Urban Dictionary
definition. Oh, that was a big one back in the day.
Female who is under the age of consent.
That shit was fucked.
Acts, and at the time, Eric Martin.
They used it at the front page almost every week.
Subreddits, including jailbait, by claiming that it was one of the side effects of promoting free expression on the web. Reddit administrators took down the subreddit after a user shared a picture of an underage teenager, saying that he had nude photos of her as well. And many users were requesting, you know, send me. Yeah, it's just pretty disgusting stuff.
Yeah, he's underselling how popular that was. Back when I first found Reddit, I would have been, what, a junior in high school? Jailbait was usually on the front page. That was a massive fucking subreddit. That would, what year would that have been? 2011-ish? It was fucking crazy. Yeah, and that was like, for some reason on Reddit, that like was totally normal. And I remember someone made a big hoopla. I don't remember, it might have been our atheism, to be honest, because that was also huge then. Someone made like a huge hoopla, like, why the fuck are we just allowing like open pedophiles on the site? Like, super transparent. And they're like, no, jailbait's fine. Jailbait's good for Reddit, actually. And it was like a huge controversy when people were like, we need to get jailbait the fuck out of here. But they fought tooth and nail. That was on there for a long time. Like a really long time, much longer than you would expect.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't click off yet. Don't click off yet.
I knew almost all of those.
People were saying that
he didn't even cover true cells, which is surprising.
And I just cover them in a mediocre way.
Do you guys remember true cells? That was a little bit before the big incel explosion. Wow, most people don't seem to remember it. True cells was basically, they were the progenitor to modern incels. They had a lot of very sad dudes that would post shit like women should be kept on farms and men should be allowed to buy women to fuck them. Like really horrible stuff, like incel shit, before it became mainstream. That one was pretty wild. They had like full websites full of like hundreds of pages where people would like write some real gross shit and their weird view on the world. Oh, that was another one he didn't cover. The sounding subreddit. That actually might still be popping off. I remember the sounding subreddit was pretty wild in its infancy. There was a guy that stuck like a pretty sizable dildo in his cock hole. Of course, it wasn't like full-sized or anything, but it was still like a fucking impressive feat. Yeah, sounding is when you put things in your urethra. And there was a subreddit for it. I'm assuming it's still there. Did it hurt? I don't know, man. I'm not that guy. I would imagine it would. Yeah. I would guess. The only thing I know about Kik is when Tinder was first becoming a thing, there was a ton of Kik bots where you'd match with them, and the first thing I'd do is like, hey, you want to see me spread my pussy? Check me out on Kik. But obviously everyone knows that it's a scam and a bot, so I never knew anyone that actually went to it, and that's all I know about Kik. So from what I understand, it's supposed to just be like a messenger app, right? So is it like WhatsApp? Do we have any like Kik enthusiasts in here? It's for grooming and catfishing. Seems like a pretty risky business model. Like officially, that's what they target? Man, no one has anything nice to say about Kik. Why does it exist? What the fuck? This is all horrible. This all sounds miserable. Jesus Christ. Ooh, it's like a full-blown movie here from Tuve. Unfriended on Kik.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Lay it out for me. I don't know shit about it.
So I don't know about y'all, but Kik Messenger ran my middle school in 2013 to 2016. If you thought a girl was cute, your first word should have been, "Hey, yo, what's your Kik?" or "Add me on Kik."
Man, what the
mind,
fuck?
This was before Kik Messenger was created on October 19th, 2010, and it was and still is a mobile messaging app available on the App Store and Google Play Store. In September 2019, Kik CEO and founder Ted Livingston announced in a blog post that Kik Messenger would be shut down with over 100 employees being laid off. However, this decision was later reversed, and it was that same month Media Lab acquired Kik. Like I was saying, Kik was so goated back in the day. But nowadays, if you talk to anyone about Kik, first of all, they're gonna laugh at you. But also,
when was Kik founded? Was it like just after my time? Because I never heard of Kik until Tinder because of scams. Oh, did he say 2010? I didn't even hear that. Sorry. I guess I got too hyper focused on it. Yeah, I missed that whole wave, man. But what about Yik Yak? Do we have any old Yik Yak fans? Yik Yak ran my campus for like 2 semesters, or 2 years probably, before it got banned. Yik Yak was like a local chat app. So at my college, everyone would go on there and just post house party addresses.
The whores. The horrors, guys, not the whores. The horrors. So just like the Discord video, we spoke about the dangers on a specific app. It ranged from groomers to doxers. However, like I was saying, this app is not mainstream anymore. Since this app is so under the radar, this is abusers' favorite app. It's very cool, right? So as you can see, we have like Fortnite, for example. We have Naruto.
Let's go to the Naruto one.
Just things kids like. But if you click any of those topics, by the way, this is right when you download the app, they're all overrun by sex and porn group chats. People bypass this by using the host word at the beginning and simply adding filler to the rest. Joining them will cause a bunch of sex bots to message you and send you scam links. Some keywords such as child or anything inappropriate will result in nothing. Kik blacklisted those words.
This is exactly what I thought
like they're
Kik was.
Protecting the kids, right? No, let's keep talking. And they told me that a popular method abusers use on this app is by looking up sad or depression group chats and will prey on children that are looking for someone to talk to, aka a shoulder to lean on. You could apply that to any case, but I just didn't know. I don't know, man. If I didn't know that, I feel like other people don't know that, and I just want to make you guys aware of that. That's a method abusers will use. These abusers will look up depression chat or LGBT chat simply to prey on vulnerable minors. And this is a huge problem on the app. There are articles and articles.
The big problem is anyone downloading the app, it sounds like.
Put into place.
Sounds like just downloading the app should flag the FBI.
Yeah, the live section is extremely sexual and revolves around girls getting money from simps, or guys too. I even joined and asked if you could make a living on the app like one would on Twitch.
How does the donating system work? What is the... So that is, if you would like to donate and tip your streamer guy, you hit that gift box at the bottom. The wheels, it's hard to know what they are, but they like spin like this, and they're mystery wheels. It says mystery. And then you could hit a bonus.
Oh.
Nice. Let's go.
Googzy's like, I'm waiting. Let's
I
see
don't
what
get
you
it.
got to
Can
say.
you dig in and
Tough.
tell me a little
Come on.
more? Oop, there it goes.
She saw me in the nudie.
Sarah and I saw each other talk.
Give her the dragon.
Changing into our panties and bras. Can people make living off of going live on Kik? Sure, guy, if you're cool enough. If you suck, then no. I mean, maybe if you suck, you could. You know what I mean.
The live section is definitely not for kids. I mean,
hey, what are you talking about? That was good. That was high quality stuff.
So now let's head on over to Kik's contradictions. The worst thing about the app is the
I'm signing up.
Demographic. For everything
that looks
I've
like great
just
live
told
streams.
You'd expect this to be an 18+ sex app, right? No. The minimum age to use Kik is 13 years old. And this is a document taken from their website, Kik.com. Want to know the name of the document? Kik's Guide for Parents. Yes. That's probably going to be their excuse. They're probably going to be like, well, actually, we always tell the kids to get their parents to give them permission first. It's like, no.
To be fair, and not to defend Kik, it is absolutely a parent's responsibility to monitor what their kids download and engage on the internet. I am so tired of parents blaming companies. The parents have a fucking responsibility to actually be a parent. It's not up to the internet to raise the kids. Now, this obviously shouldn't be accessible to kids in the first place. Like, this is just like a dog shit degenerate app. But I'm speaking on the whole. Fucking parents don't do shit anymore and blame everyone but themselves when, like, oh my god, my kid was... He left YouTube Kids app, and instead of getting Finger Family, he watched, Ludwig talk about why he's not his friend. And now all of a sudden my kid's crying, and I'm fucking pissed at Ludwig, and YouTube ruined everything. You know, it's like, do some parenting. It makes me so frustrated. That is one of, like, my biggest pet peeves. Thanks to the gift sub Jinx and the resub Croven. It's been like that for the last, like, 3 years, I'd say. It's gotten really bad. Especially on YouTube, where they keep having to, like, pressure YouTube, like, YouTube fucking hates kids. YouTube ruins kids' lives. When it's like, you just let your kids go on YouTube completely unmonitored. And then they found a Nexpo video on a morbid topic or something. Like, it's your fault. You suck.
If you see this video, or if people are outraged by this or some shit, either remove all the sexual content from the app, clean up the hashtags and sex bots, or simply make the app 18+ everywhere.
True, it should just be an 18+ app.
Kik. Like, no, this is a sex app. It is clearly a sex app. Look at this. Do you guys see this?
No, I can't.
13+, right?
I can't see it. Just paint a picture. Is it goatsy?
Chatting with single
Blue
guys,
waffle?
21. Oh my god. You will see explicit photos. Please be discreet. What is that an IP address? What did you just send me? And you know, it's so weird.
Don't click it.
The same profile picture. Dude, I mean, literally, think about it. A kid downloads this app, right? Ooh, Pokemon. Let's go to Pokemon. There are nudes right there. There are nudes right there. Yeah, right. It's horrible.
How cool is that, right?
A guide for the
you
parents,
get Pokemon
in their right mind
and tits.
And some group chats actually do help people. Like I was saying, there are depression chats where people do help each other, but it's like such a gem to
just
find
go
an
somewhere
actual
else.
group chat with humans.
Why stay on
or at
Kik?
least decent
just
humans.
go to Discord.
There's no point in downloading the app or depending on the
fucking
app.
Skype. I don't know, man. Why stay there?
Please fix your app. Please fix the ratings. Do something about it. And I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Bye, Tov. Nice. Well, that was interesting. I can't believe Kik Messenger is still alive. I really can't. Discord with Discord mod and admins. Yeah, but the thing is, on Discord, you can still just take those people from Kik, like, that are human beings, and just make your own Discord. It's not like you're going to interact with the moderators. You can just talk to them on there. Right? Like, you don't have to actually interact with, like, a Discord mod and Wumpus and Springle. I mean, God rest their soul, they've been retired now, but, you know, you don't have to actually interact with them at all. Whereas on Kik, you're still being blasted with sex bots. I've said this many times over the last couple of years, but just like my high school basketball coach, you don't take me seriously. Every time I try to preach this gospel, you think I'm joking. I'm not. Wipe that smile off of your face, Buster. I am going to scream it once again with my whole chest. Cringe is the ultimate evil. It's the only unforgivable sin. Through the eyes of the internet, the ultimate crime is being cringe. So why am I talking about this? Well, it's because 2 videos have just gone viral for being cringy, and everyone has been dunking on them. The first one absolutely blew up, and it's become one of the most divisive videos I've seen hit the internet since the fucking Yanny and Laurel debate. It's this woman celebrating getting her pancakes by doing a little boogie. I have to mute the audio, so I'm just gonna beatbox for this. On Twitter, this video has well over 100 million views. This is the biggest tweet from it, saying we're all the person at the next table, and it's that woman in the background who's looking on confused and disgusted and annoyed about this. And the video has over 100 million on Twitter, but then an additional like 30 million or so on TikTok. And boy howdy, has this led to an unbelievably large and aggressive conversation. Mortal Kombat 1 came out, but the fatalities in this debate have been far more brutal than anything in that game. I tell you what, sports fans, this shit has been wacky. It's her pretending that she's super excited to get food, my hangriness leaving my body, and she's doing a little goofy TikTok dance. It's very artificial. It's not real. Like, is she actually having fun here? Who's to say? That's a secret between her and God. I have no idea if she's actually having fun, but it's clearly performative for TikTok updoots. She's looking for the internet likes. And it's not really bothering anyone because she's just doing it herself. The only one that's directly involved here is the staff that's bringing her the food, and she's subjecting them to cringe, which could be considered terrorism to a certain extent because cringe is, it's a fucking weapon. I don't care what anyone says. Weaponized cringe is some of the most potent Geneva Convention violating warfare we have at our disposal. So yes, the staff is exposed to her like pretending that she's super excited to get food, so the staff brings it over and she starts dancing like a toddler here with her happy dance of food, and it's all fake, right? But she's not really bothering anyone. The girl at the other table is just looking on confused and annoyed, which is a very normal response I think most humans would have, because this is a very weird thing to do as an adult. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you need to dress like an adult. Me. That's right. We're doing a me costume for Halloween, so you can wear me like a goddamn flesh suit. So it comes complete with the long hair. Even's got my tattoos 1-to-1 for temporary tattoos, and then just like a fun little shirt to go along with the whole collection. So that's the new merch drop for this Halloween. It's available now. I'll put a link in the description. Oh yeah, also the beard. You don't want to be a clean shaven, Charlie. That'd look really weird. And there's nothing cringy about that. If you don't want to get made fun of, then that's what you need to dress like for Halloween. Anyway, the point here is, a lot of people were extremely upset about this video. There was a lot of hostility both in people defending the action and those attacking it. Me personally, I don't like it. It does bother me. I've said this a million times. I think the current climate of things where everything needs to be a fucking song and dance that you put on for an online audience of TikTok people to give you attention is trash. Everyone competing for internet attention at all times and faking everything to get some likes on your posts, awful. So yeah, I don't like that. If I was in that restaurant, you wouldn't see me like flip over a table in anger or anything, but you would see me look over annoyed about it and maybe make fun of it a bit before moving on. But on the internet, cringe is a big deal, and it stays that way, and for some reason gets really aggressive and super deep, like almost philosophical to a certain point. In this case, with this video, she didn't really do herself any favors because she was arguing with everybody on TikTok, and she was getting really mean and nasty in some of the comments. But point is, people respond to cringe very harshly. Now, there is a bigger talking point I want to get to, but in order to get there, I'd like to show you the other big video that blew up only about 2 days ago as of making this video.
Want to see the cringiest, most cuddly thing ever? This is called a love surge. And we do this when one of us has like so much love in our limbs that we can't contain it and feel like we're gonna explode. So Sean is having a love surge right now, and he's gonna wrap around me and shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
I feel so much better.
Don't you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the love surge.
So much love was just surged.
Sean's not wrong. There was a lot of love getting surged there. The cup runneth over on love. In fact, I think I started to feel some of the particles from that surge all the way over here. Nearly took out the power grid. Now, this also got really big on Twitter, and people fucking hated it. And they hated them for being cringy, which, as you can imagine, didn't feel super great for the woman in this video here who posted a follow-up.
A lot of the duets and stitches were really funny, and I laughed a lot. I can take a joke and I can laugh at myself. But then some of the comments got like, really, really mean. And they were like wishing that like someone cheated on each other, or wishing that like DV on me, or essay, or like to unalive myself. And I think like if the goal was to make me sad, you did it, you won.
She posts this video going over how all of the really mean comments made her feel, like the really personal ones wishing horrible things upon her and the family. And what really sucks is how unsurprising this is. The internet has become a place where you expect this. Anytime a video is posted, no matter what it is, if it's cringy, even if it's good, you already know there's going to be a large number of people that are going to hate it. And when people on the internet don't like something, they go to the biggest possible extreme to let you know their dislike of it, telling you to do the worst things ever and wish the worst things ever upon you. It's unfortunately very commonplace online. I remember when I first started posting on the internet, I had read somewhere a quote: when someone wears a mask, they show you their real face. So basically, it's not the most profound thing ever. When someone is anonymous, they show you their true colors. And most people aren't that nice. And so what happened here is, this was cringy, so people started being very not nice, and she posted this video hoping that maybe if you saw how it made her feel, that it would stop. And as you can probably guess, it only made it worse. The comments were saying things like, just need another love surge, or order up on that love surge to help. If there's one thing the internet hates more than cringe, it's weakness, vulnerability. If you show that something hurt you, that's the biggest possible trophy you can ever give to people online, because now they know they're getting to you and they will just keep that pressure coming. There was really nothing good that could have come from this video, but I do legitimately feel bad for her and Sean here, because their only crime was posting something cringy. I don't think they should have posted it to begin with, but that's once again just the product of everything being a competition to get internet attention. So they took a very personal thing with them being lovey-dovey and having this really quirky love surge thing they do, and they wanted to share it online, because everyone wants to share everything online all the time. And what happened here is it ended up being an awful experience. So let's tie this into what I want to talk about on a deeper level. Why cringe is literally the worst thing you can do online as a content creator, it feels like. Over the many, many years I've been online, I have seen some people do the worst things imaginable. And those people still have an audience and supporters, despite being a piece of shit that does horrible things. And then I've seen cases where someone does something a little too whimsical. They get a little too silly and it's embarrassing. And they lose a lot of supporters for it. More so than someone that is an actually awful person doing horrible things. And I guess it's honestly not even fair to say that it's just the internet that has no forgiveness for cringe, because one of the best examples of an entire career being unraveled from something being a little too goofy actually comes from 2004 and predates the modern internet as we know it. Howard Dean and the now infamous Dean Scream. Howard Dean was a very prominent political figure, and in 2004 was a presidential candidate. And his entire world got fucking blasted when he was doing a rally and got a little too excited. He was given a very passionate speech. He's like, we're going to Washington, we're going to Oregon, then we're going to my buddy Eric's place to eat some ice cream, and then we're looping back around, we're going back to Washington, and then Oregon. And that moment, that one silly little screech ruined his entire presidential run and made him a laughingstock, all from just a droplet of cringe. I actually think he was a pioneer who was ahead of his time, because if he did that today, he'd be looked at as like an icon on TikTok, because that kind of shit's not cringy per se anymore. But anyway, the point I'm making here is, it might not even just be an internet-specific phenomenon, it might be like a human-specific thing, where we're just hardwired to dislike cringe and always hold it against the person who made us feel the cringe. I don't really know. I'm getting scientific about something that has absolutely no basis in science. It's just something I've observed for pretty much my whole life, where some people will do what I consider to be unforgivable things. Like legitimately horrible, terrible, awful things. And yet, they still go on to have an extremely successful career. They have tons and tons of fans. Someone like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I think, is a bad guy. A hot take. You know, I think he's a bit of a jerk. He has a history of beating women. He beat Rihanna within an inch of her life, and yet, look at him today. He has probably more fans now than ever. Like, he just got nominated for an award at the VMAs a few days ago, and people were cheering, applauding, losing their minds over it, celebrating. Somehow, his fans stood beside him and still support him through all of that. Meanwhile, there have been many such cases of someone posting either an embarrassing video as a YouTuber, or having some embarrassing information leak, or something cringy come out, and their fans, like, abandon them. Just, like, straight up drop it, like, nope, I can't be seen here anymore. I don't know, it's just baffling to me. But yeah, now I'm starting to get a little lost in the rant here. Point is, with these two videos in particular, the people in them didn't do anything wrong. One of them wasn't even in public. And yet the response to it was extreme amounts of anger, which is always just interesting to me. And it's not like I'm innocent of it, like I'm super guilty of seeing some cringy things and being, you know, surprised and even a little annoyed, even though I'm not directly involved for sure. But it's just fascinating to see like the level that people will take it to and just the incredibly harsh response to something cringy. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. It takes a lot to gross me out. If we were living in the Marvel universe, I would have already been recruited by the X-Men, because Charles Xavier would have identified me with Cerebro as a mutant with the superhuman inability to feel disgust. I was just born without that gene to get grossed out by something. Until today. I promise you, I could watch Two Girls, One Cup while eating chocolate ice cream first thing in the morning and not bat an eye. I wouldn't feel a thing. It would just be another casual viewing experience. But today, I found something that rattled me to my core, made my skin crawl. It is so icky. Amaranth announced a collaboration with a beer company to turn her vaginal yeast into a cold brewski for all to enjoy. I couldn't imagine drinking something more revolting. I'd rather drink sewage. I would rather lick a cockroach, a live, living cockroach, than take a sip of vaginal yeast brew. There is no one on the planet I would be enthusiastic about drinking the pussy beer from. Or let's extend the net here. It doesn't even have to be vaginal yeast beverages. Any kind of like bodily fluid body part beer sounds awful. If Jesus Christ right now resurrected again and he said, "Please, my children, feast upon my ass juice beer," I'd be hesitant. I'd be like, "Hey, bud, I appreciate everything you've done, but I really don't want to be drinking fucking colon cell brew beer," right? Like, I'll drink your blood. I'll drink blood before that. Like, can we meet somewhere in the middle? A compromise? And when going through their website where they explain everything, I feel like I'm being indoctrinated into a cult. Like I'm reading cult flyers or something. It's so odd and off-putting. They take an already revolting concept of using pap smear cervical cells to make a beer out of and make it even more disgusting by the way they talk about it. So the company is a horny Polish brewery called the Order of Yoni, according to this Kotaku article. And when you go visit their site, they kind of explain, well, explain's the wrong word. They kind of go over the process and also the motivation behind it. They have this page here that looks like Star Wars opening text at the start of one of the movies. And it's a deep look into a deranged psyche behind the evil masterminds of this idea. Imagine an extremely sensual image of femininity, which has often appeared in the wildest of fantasies. You are fascinated by her captivating outward appearance, her passion, her coquettish movements. Admiration reaches its apogee, and the desire to satisfy the senses with its charm increases. This is the most pretentious dog shit I've ever read in my life. They absolutely just typed a prompt into ChatGPT to spit out something moderately profound, full of, like, buzzwords. Reach out for a bottle filled with a golden beverage replete with female essence. Give yourself up to your instincts and enjoy the intimacy of an extraordinary model. I don't know why they're calling it a golden beverage unless they're also bottling her piss for a beverage, which I'm assuming is right around the corner. You might be able to get like a combo pack here where you get vaginal yeast brewskis as well as a palate cleanser of piss champagne or something, perhaps. You deserve to stimulate your mind and enhance your taste sensations. If you buy this, you deserve to not have access to money anymore. This is a huge waste of money. Please, God, Lord help anyone who purchases this. The Order of Yoni is a sensual experience in the form of a beer enclosed in a bottle, obtaining its unusual flavor notes through the use of champagne yeast, wheat malts, and exclusive additives in the form of orange peel, coriander, and aphramomum. The composition is enhanced with the use of lactic acid from vaginal bacteria to bring pleasure to the senses. They talk about pussy beer as if it's some kind of, like, end-all be-all panacea, like this sacred nectar from the heavens, where you're gonna take a sip of this and it's gonna change your whole fucking life. It's gonna make you taller and more attractive, and now you're appreciating the true femininity of the female form. When really, if you buy this, I don't think this brings you any closer to women. In fact, it probably pushes every woman away from you if they know that you are a buyer of vaginal yeast brews. That's the worst shit ever. That's like the biggest red flag. Now, I'll be open and honest here. I considered making edible assholes for like a tier list. I've talked about this idea before, where all my friends send in their butthole mold, so that way there's a company overseas that turns it into edible chocolate, and I was going to tier list all of my friends' asses. But that's a little different because it's just chocolate in the shape of what their brown balloon knot looks like. It's not actually using their poop shooter in order to make the chocolate. It just takes an impression of it and makes the chocolate look like that. So it's still like totally edible chocolate. It's very different than having turned her vaginal yeast into a beer itself. That is crossing a line. That is the point of no return. If you're buying this and like getting hard from it, like being so terminally horny that you consider this like a sensual experience, is so weird to me. Now, they do go over the process a little bit here, and it still feels like it's some kind of brainwashing procedure. We devote a lot of time to looking for a woman who has all the desired instincts, the goddess we want to put in a bottle. Oh my lord, making me want to vomit just with that statement right there. We discovered the process of transmitting female essence by isolating lactic acid bacteria from yoni of sensuous women. Paulina, brunette. Monica, blonde. Patricia, blonde. An essential part of this process is to ensure the safety of our product. During isolation, the material is tested for the absence of other bacteria and viruses. These procedures prevent other bacteria and viruses from surviving, thus allowing the growth of only lactobacillus bacteria. Once again, in terms of certainty and safety, a final test of the propagated lyophilized bacteria is carried out before the use and preparation of the material. Jesus Christ, I'm not a fucking pussy beer scientist. These words are throwing me for a loop. But basically, they're talking about how they're going to ensure you're not going to get sick from it. A gynecologist collects a vaginal smear from the models. These smears are taken to a laboratory where bacteria are isolated, cleaned, and analyzed and multiplied. At the end of the process, the bacteria are used to produce the pure lactic acid that goes into yoni beer. They also have an entire lore breakdown behind the company here, the whole story. Great goddess, the greatest among gods, feminine deity whose main reincarnations were Aphrodite, Venus, Ishtar, Makash, and Freya. Thousands of years ago, the great goddess's worshippers and priests in almost all cultures and civilization discovered her sacrament, her divine part lying hidden in the deity's yoni. priestess of the goddess, had found deities amongst women, took with respect the Saint Ione Lactobacillus, the divine sacrament, and combined it with water, malts, and yeast, creating the first sour ale. And then it goes on and on into this, like, wild and wacky history lesson. I don't know. I don't know enough about the origins and the genesis of the first sour vaginal beer to be able to comment on the authenticity of the story they tell here, but it is still creepy and weird regardless. This is like a really weird company. Now, Amaranth herself, the patient zero of vaginal beer deities, said that it's hilarious. People will buy the beer for sure. I don't know if they'll actually drink it. I mean, they'll probably drink it. They'll definitely drink it. I actually have more respect for the people that were buying Belle Delphine's bathwater as a collector's item than the people that are going to buy and consume vaginal yeast beer. That is just so yucky to even think about. The flavor notes on that must be incomprehensible. Like, you take one sip of it and your brain immediately goes smooth as the regret washes over your entire being. Like, it's just, oh, it's so odd. She views it as a joke, which I understand. Like, if you're gonna do this as a joke, whatever. I mean, it's still a weird joke to make, but at least she's not saying that she thinks it's like a good, sensual idea to bring her fans closer to her, take all of her fans into her fucking womb, or whatever, to start feasting on her cervical cell beer. But yeah, like I said, it's no easy task to make me feel disgusted, but this pulled it off. Just imagining drinking that makes me a little nauseous. So I just wanted to talk about this. I have no doubt it's going to be a smashing success here for her and that company. I don't think she's the first one they're doing this with. On their website, they have the deities thing, where there's 3 women there, and I'm guessing they already made this product with those 3 women, and now Amaranth is just another one signing up for it. And I have no doubt her audience is going to buy all of it. I think it's going to fully sell out. They'll probably need to really have her go on to the gynecologist once a day to keep fucking scrubbing for the yeast they need. Well, actually, no, I don't think they need to do that, because according to their website, they can just keep fucking cloning the yeast she sends in. So this is like a one-and-done thing for her, and she's just going to be able to keep raking in profits every time they start firing up a new batch of vaginal beer. So, I guess a smart business move, maybe? I have no idea, but I do foresee this being a huge hit with her audience, which is very pathetic to say. Anyway, just had to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya.